Hi, I'm Dave Forsyth from Hobartville Hobbies. It's been a little while between videos, hasn't it? Now, I wonder how many of you have one of these bad boys. It's quite a nice kit, isn't it? Now, the reason I bought this particular kit was not that I wanted to make a Mk.IXc Spitfire, but I wanted to make a Mk.8 Spitfire, seeing as I'm a very keen modeller, as I know many of you are, of all things Royal Australian Air Force. Now you might be thinking that, well, okay, there are a couple of obvious differences between a Mk.IXc Spitfire and a Mk.8 Spitfire, and you'd be absolutely right. So to that end, I'm actually creating some aftermarket parts for the Airfix kit to convert it from a Mk.IX into a Mk.8. And the first aftermarket release I've got happening is this. It's a Mk.8 retractable tail wheel set. Now this set replaces the existing kit parts, so it bolts, or rather glues, straight onto the existing kit. So you won't have to do much modification. The other item that I've created is a pointed rudder, which again is a direct replacement for existing kit parts, and it goes straight onto the existing fuselage. Now, what I've actually been asked several times over the last year or so if I'd be willing to sell the 3D models rather than the actual printed items. So what I've done is a little bit of an experiment. I've created an Etsy store. Now you'll see the link to the Etsy store in the description below. Now these 3D files will be available on that Etsy store right now as a digital download. So if you have a 3D printer, like so many of us do, you can actually download these files, but you'll need to slice them before you can print them, of course. So you'll need to bring these files into your slicing application of choice, whether it be Lightshear or Chidubox or the Anycubic slicer. And then so you can print them up yourself and then use them. Now what you will need to do for the tail wheel set is add a 12mm section of 1mm diameter brass wire, just to give it some structure. Now the other thing that I wanted to do today was to give you the opportunity to suggest ideas for any new products. I've got quite a few products on the boil at the moment, but I wanted to ask you what you wanted. Is there a particular aftermarket set that you wanted to see that no one else has ever produced, or you just can't get anymore? Or maybe even some kits that again you may not be able to get or has never actually been produced. So pop your suggestions in the comments below, and who knows, your suggestion could actually be our next release. Anyway, that's all from me. Cheers for now and happy modelling.